Hey everybody, it's Nathan from Team Pandasaurus here with a quick video update this morning. Wanted to, first of all, now that I'm looking directly into the camera, say thank you so much for your continued support. It is blowing our minds how well this campaign is doing, and that is all because of y'all, so thank you so much. I really can't say that enough. Right now, we're at about $811,000 raised, which means we've blown past the Compysaurus meeple. Stretch goal back at 800,000. So that guy is another dinosaur tile from the first campaign that we have now added a meeple to that was missing from the base game. So that's incredibly exciting, and obviously is not the last meeple that we'll be adding, hopefully, through stretch goals. We've got 2 stretch goals that we put up late last night, honestly early morning, because y'all like to time unlocking stretch goals for right when I'm about to go to bed so that I have to get up and do some work. So thanks for keeping me up. The first one we have up at $830,000 is for Dualosaur Island, which is the choice die, which is one that I really like. Maya, my dog, is in the background acting kind of weird, but say hi to Maya, everybody. The choice die is a really fun one. The die face has 2 things on each die. So when you draft it, you actually have a choice to make. And that's interesting for Dualosaur Island because if you apply a modifier to that die, a multiplier, an add-on card, something like that, it applies to either choice that is made. So it's really interesting if you really want something that's on that dice and you give it a good multiplier, even if your opponent doesn't want the thing you want, you kind of have to worry about, do they want the other thing on the die? Which is a really neat thing to add to the game that adds a little bit more decision and a little bit more tension to the game. Also something that we're really excited to bring to the game because I think that dice drafting, I know I've said this a lot, but the dice drafting at the very beginning of the game, the I-cut you choose, it's my absolute favorite part of the game, and I think this is a plot twist with a die that really adds a lot to the game, and is going to be something that you really find to be fun. The other stretch goal that we put up is $850,000 stretch goal, so a little bit shorter. And it's one that takes a little bit of explaining if you weren't part of the first Kickstarter campaign. This is the Parasaurolophus Dino Recipe tile, and I am sure I said that name completely wrong, so sorry about that. So right at the end of the last Kickstarter, we ran a fan vote to determine what the very last Dino Meeple that we added to the deluxe edition of the game was going to be. And Parasaurolophus won. He's the guy with the kind of cool fin for the back of his head. Probably looks a little bit like my insane hair. And he won the vote, and the thing is, he wasn't actually a dinosaur you could make in the game. So this is one that we've heard a lot about, and a lot of people have been saying, like, come on, guys, you got to get this guy actually in the game since we have a meeple for him. So we're doing that, and that's the $850,000 stretch goal, and we're really excited about him. Last bit of news, and then you will not have to look at my face anymore, I promise. Today at 5 p.m. Eastern Time on this Kickstarter page, I am going to very bravely turn access to the Kickstarter over to John and Ian, and they are actually going to live stream a game of Dualosaur Island, which is something we've been hearing a lot about, that people want to see the game actually in motion. So it's going to be an earlier edition of the game, so the artwork's not going to be quite as snazzy as what you're seeing in the campaign. But they're actually going to walk you through the game, walk you through the decisions. You can chat with them, ask questions while they're playing it. So that should run from about 5 o'clock Eastern Time to around 6:30, depending on how quickly the game goes and how many questions there are. But that's going to be a really fun thing to do, and we'll obviously have the video after we're over and done with, and we'll be able to put that into the campaign page so that if you miss it, you could still watch it. But I'd suggest try to tune in live if you can. Just tell your boss that there's a really important video conference going on, and then log on in. Any questions, any comments, leave them down below. Thank you again so much for your continued support. We have so much fun stuff planned for this campaign. We're really excited for it. And we need your help to continue telling your friends and family and your gaming groups and your social media circles about this campaign, because we want as many people to be able to get this Extreme Edition copy of the game as possible. And obviously we want to unlock as many stretch goals as we can. Until next time, it's been great talking to you. We'll be back Friday probably with a text update. And we're going to try to do one of these every Wednesday, and next Wednesday I will make sure that I corral Molly and get her on video too. All right, thanks guys.